Hello, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get into the weekly love outlook for the sign of Leo. All right, my lovelies. This is going to be a look into a love outlook for a Leo who is in contact with their significant other, right? So this is for Leo who's with someone, has a relationship with someone. Now, the outlook may indeed indicate, separation or challenge in the relationship, but this is certainly for a Leo who is with someone, because we're going to be looking at your cards and your person's cards, okay? So it's not like the general love outlook that I do for the month, which is just a snapshot into your love life and could indicate somebody being there or not. This is definitely between you and somebody else and the connection that you have. All right, guys? So I've already been meditating and shuffling your cards before I started filming, so we really don't need to shuffle them too much more. We can get right into your spread. Now, this is going to be for March 1st to the 8th, okay? So take it as it comes. Your person is resonating with the Five of Pentacles, and you are resonating with Judgment. They see you as the King of Pentacles, and you see them as the Tower. And they see the relationship as a Seven of Pentacles energy, and you see it as a 8 major arcana, the Strength card. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in for you this week in your love life. Very, very interesting. We do have your person resonating with all Pentacles cards, Leo, right? You are showing up in your own reading. Strength card is your card. I'm going to come back to the Wheel of Fortune. Let me get right into the energy of this reading. First of all, we're looking at you and your person and how you're resonating. Your person is coming into this week resonating with Five of Pentacles, and you're resonating with Judgment. So your person is really going through something right now, right? There's been some kind of split in their life that has really caused them a financial burden. Now, this could have been a split at work. I haven't gotten into the rest of your cards just yet. But it could be a split that they had with a good friend of theirs, or someone at work, or it could be as part of a project. There was some power dynamic, because 5 is always the number associated with the power struggle of some kind, right? Whether it's internal or external. But here it's an external power struggle you have with someone or a group of people. And you're basically the one ousted, right? You're the one out in the cold. They're still inside the church enjoying the warmth, right? But you're out in the cold. You're having to sort of rebuild yourself. You're having to experience a financial hardship as a result of this ousting, as you can see by the figures on the card. And so it's a really difficult period. 5 of Pentacles often indicates a time where you have to really sort of start from scratch again. Your person is resonating with this. So they're going to be very emotional this week, and probably quite upset to a certain degree, certainly pressured. You're resonating with Judgment. And Judgment is actually all about forgiveness. Right? The Judgment card is actually all about laying yourself bare before your own sort of, I want to say before your own sort of God or spirit or, essence, whatever you want to call it, right? In front of your own angels, right? Here we have the Archangel Gabriel blowing the horn. But Judgment is all about us laying ourselves bare and forgiving ourselves and understanding that we're all human, right? And so for you, you're feeling very sort of forgiving. You're feeling very reconciliatory, interestingly enough, this week. I don't feel like this is a split that happened between the two of you, yet for some reason you're the one who is also resonating with this energy of forgiveness. So it could just be that you're feeling this way for your person, because they may be feeling very, very guilty about what's going on. Right? They may be taking it really, really hard that they're having to go through this. And so you may be certainly in response to them resonating with this energy, but you are certainly not feeling any kind of judgment or hypercriticism. If anything, this whole experience is allowing you to really resonate with a lot of empathy and compassion, which is really what this card is all about. Now you come into the week, and how do you see each other? Well, your person sees you as King of Pentacles, and you see them as the Tower. So this is very interesting. They see you as the one in charge financially. So maybe now we get back to this judgment card. It could be that you set them up in sort of some financial situation and it fell apart, and you're being very forgiving towards them, or you're being forgiving about it this week, because they certainly see you as the King of Pentacles. So they see you as the one who's the boss. They see you as the one who has all the experience with regard to career and business, right? All of the wisdom, all of the experience. You've already, achieved a certain amount of success, right? And here they're resonating with Five of Pentacles. So it's a really awful feeling for them. You see them as going through a tower moment right now. So of course this all resonates with the message. Of course they would look like they're going through a tower moment right now because they are feeling very, very sort of distraught with this Five of Pentacles, right? And certainly with these cards coming out the way they do, if you're seeing them as the tower, then this event here is really, really hitting them hard. And yet you're being very forgiving. It could be that you're feeling very sort of magnanimous as well this week. If you're resonating with King of Pentacles, Leo, if you're the one with the money, if you're the one with all the cash, sorry about that background noise, the one with all the cash, or you already have a certain amount of experience, if maybe you are the one who set your partner up, your significant other up in this situation, and now it's falling apart, so they're feeling extremely guilty. They're just having a tower moment about the whole thing. They may have believed that it was really going to work out and be wonderful, and then it didn't, right? So that's interesting coming in, right? You're seeing them as that, and you're resonating with that this week. But again, you are being forgiving. And when I come back to this Wheel of Fortune, it seems to indicate that things are going to be turning up for you this week. There is a feeling of good fortune coming in. And please remember that the Five of Pentacles is generally a good card in the long run. It's a short-term misery that ultimately always ends up for our betterment in the long run, because Five of Pentacles is a lesson card. It's an energy where we learn a lesson about certain dynamics. We learn a lesson about business. We learn a lesson about interpersonal relationships, and we learn them at a time when we can still afford them and rebuild ourselves. Right? And usually what happens is when you go through a situation like a Five of Pentacles, you end up rebuilding yourself to a level that's much, much further and higher than you would have ever been at had you stayed in that dynamic. So I often say to people that Five of Pentacles is a difficult energy to go through, experience to go through right now on the ground. And it does feel like you've maybe taken 2 or even 3 steps backwards. But in the long run, going through this process, you will ultimately be taking 5 and 10 and 15 steps forward later on. Now, and again, this is why I feel this Wheel of Fortune is turning for you, because it's definitely letting you know that good fortune is coming in. Now, how do you guys see the relationship? Well, Leo, your person is really reevaluating their career, and it's impacting this relationship. They're reevaluating everything that they've been doing up until now. Their path up until now, they see themselves as having to really, because this card represents how they see themselves in the relationship and what they're bringing to the table, right? And they see themselves as not being very happy with what they've brought to the table financially. And this could very well be because you are resonating with a King of Pentacles and you have so much success that it does make them feel some kind of way. But nevertheless, I think they're going to be feeling this week about thinking and feeling, reevaluating their path, reevaluating some of their decisions, so that they can make the right adjustments to really get the dreams that they want financially. Remember, 7 is always the number for dreams and aspirations. So in 7 of Pentacles, we find ourselves sort of reevaluating what we're doing because we're not that happy. We don't feel like we're hitting those goals that we've set for ourselves. So then this is also the card for failure sometimes in some decks. You will see this card labeled as failure. And it's just that feeling of not really having reached what your dream was for this path or this career. And so you're reevaluating and you're beginning to work towards it. And this is what your person is going through. You see yourself as bringing a lot of strength to the relationship. you're bringing your best self. You're bringing your Leo to the game, right? Bringing that aspect of strength that is all about being strong, maintaining boundaries, having confidence for both of you, not allowing sort of baser emotions of panic and fear to overcome you, and really staying strong through all of this. This is a nice reading, actually. It is a difficult time right now, but it certainly indicates that you guys will be getting into better financial situation, and ultimately this is certainly for a Leo who's with somebody that you guys are going to go through this together. You know, you're supporting each other through all of this together, and it's like you may still have a lot of the financial stability, but this is also a very good thing that your partner has gone through, because ultimately they weren't happy where they were at. And new doors are definitely going to open up with that wheel turning, right? So this was good for them. This was a lesson for them, perhaps a lesson in learning how to deal or handle certain dynamics in a different way going forward, you know. And as these new opportunities come in, this lesson is going to come in handy, you know, so that later on he or she, because my readings are not gender specific, he or she may not have to go through this kind of power dynamic again, because they've learned their lesson earlier when they could still afford to kind of rebuild themselves, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get some clarity cards, and we'll get your angel messages for your situation out, and then that'll be it for Leo. This is a nice reading for the week for you guys. All right, your person, let's see what your clarifiers are. Your person is 4 of Wands and 4 of Cups. Wow, 2 4s. That's nice. You are resonating with 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. Wow. All right, so there you go. Lots of stability is coming in. Lots of money is coming in, and happiness and bliss. 9 of Cups is real happiness together and bliss and feeling blessed. All right, so 4s are coming in for your person. So stability is definitely here. 4 of Wands and 4 of Cups. This is quite interesting, though, because 4 of Wands is this strong kind of mutual love that they have with you. So they definitely feel this commitment towards you, this focus. You guys definitely have, I think you share the same level of respect and focus for each other. Certainly career-wise, 4 of Wands is the 11-11 card, and it's the card of a soulmate connection that really works because you both have the same focus, the same intention for what you desire, right? You both want the same things. And you both see each other as equals in each other's eyes. And so the love is there just as the mutual respect is there. However, your person is also resonating with a 4 of Cups. And this is a feeling of rejecting help sometimes, right? 4 of Cups can sometimes be, you know, when you're trying to help them out and they don't want your help. They don't want you to help them maintain a certain stability somewhere. 4 of Cups is often in the traditional deck. It's the one where the person is sitting under the tree and they refuse to accept that 4th cup coming out of the cloud. And it's just a feeling of sometimes your person may be a little bit stubborn right now. Excuse me, they may be a little bit stubborn about everything. They may not be wanting your help, even though you have the financial help to help them. They may be saying, listen, I've got to do this on my own, right? They want to maintain their own level of achievement and respect. And so this is another reason why I think they're going to be reevaluating their career and their business by the end of the week. But they're certainly going to be wanting to do it on their own, right? And they're not going to be wanting your help. And I think that it's just like a pride thing and a dignity thing. And I understand that. It's not bad. You know, sometimes 4 of Cups can indicate refusing help when you really, really need it. But I think in this situation, they are still just kind of reevaluating what it is they want to do next. So, you know, the help would be a little bit premature anyway, right? Let them go ahead and make their decisions. And then later on, you can maybe talk to them if it is the case that you really do want to help them with their financial situation. You guys are together anyway, but you're certainly very independent individuals, right, Leo? Now you're resonating with 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups, which is you are certainly continue to resonate with a high level of financial stability, abundance. You have 10 of Pentacles. You have money coming in. Your person already sees you at the King of Pentacles. So this is certainly for a Leo who's doing very, very well, right? And you can support your person and you can help them. But again, this is a case of them really wanting to do it for themselves, and they want to bring something to the table with that Four of Wands. You nevertheless remain absolutely in love and blissed out here with this Nine of Cups, right? There is still lots of happiness here with this person, and you really don't, you're feeling more for them than anything, because it's not like you're suffering under this. If you're resonating with this reading, right, Leo, then you're a successful Leo who's not really even feeling the impact of this, right? Your person may not even really be feeling the impact of it financially so much, but it's more or less like a pride thing, because there's a lot of financial stability in this relationship coming from you, and you guys are certainly together, right? Your empathy is there, your compassion is there. So it's not even like they're really struggling financially, but it's a failure thing. They feel very much like a failure. And it's more of a self-respect thing where they're really wanting to sort of win. They want to have a win. And I think this is where your compassion is coming in for them as well here, because I think you feel for them a little bit that, this was a difficult situation here. Nevertheless, again, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. Let me pull out your romance angel messages. This is a really sweet reading for a fairly well-to-do Leo and their person. And who, their person is just going through maybe a little bit of a crisis in their career right now that they're wanting to sort of turn around. And, everybody wants to do that. A Tower moment is when you really have all your ideas kind of overturned. Everything you thought was true, or everything you held onto about certain systems in life and things like that, you just find out that they're not correct. Experience teaches you that you're wrong, right? Finances and career comes out right away. And, what else do we have? Heart-to-heart conversations. So cute. Well, of course. Right? Finance and career, heart-to-heart conversations. Yes. Yeah. What else can I say? Finances and career are affecting your love life right now. Again, it's not that bad. You have the wheel turning, but it is affecting your love life. And you're having them heart-to-heart conversations, discuss it with each other, Yes, they may be very, very obstinate about taking your help, but they certainly need to still discuss things with you. Because Four of Cups is not necessarily financial help. It's help emotionally, right? It's offering emotional help. Right? Emotional assistance, emotional contact, a cup of love, sharing your emotional ups and downs. And so when I say they don't want your help, this is not necessarily even that they don't want your financial help, which they probably don't either. They want to do it themselves. But they do maybe need to talk to you about it. Right? And so in this way, you may need to still have that heart-to-heart conversation with them. The angels are telling you that. And let them know that they still need to talk about what's going on so that it doesn't end up being something that just sort of festers, or that, you end up being on the wrong page emotionally with each other, and then there's confusion. You always have to talk about these situations so that both of you know how the other one is feeling, and that there's no sort of confusion about it, and then negative feelings that come out of that confusion. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading, your weekly love outlook for March 1st to the 8th. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm bringing back the weekly love outlook, so I do hope you appreciate them. I do hope it resonates with some of you out there. And if it did, please let me know. Okay, guys, check out your other readings. They're all linked in the description. If you want to get a private reading, you can go ahead and look up that information at the link at the top of your screen. But for right now, Leo, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for your love outlook. Bye-bye now.